Hey guys, supposed to have a student call right now, but the student's running, probably about, I think, like 30 minutes late. So I decided to just whip out my phone and kind of answer the question for you, how to grow my accounting firm. So I had a individual message me on Facebook, and I wanted to kind of take some time to be able to define the process very, very quickly, but also give you some actionable steps. Now, if you want to utilize these videos, they're great for giving you free information and getting you like just moving in the right direction. But if you want to go reach your goals in the fastest, shortest time possible, I encourage you to go and book a call with me to see exactly how I can help you in your business. And if it makes sense, we can work long term together inside of my mentorship or my coaching program. This way we can walk together side by side and you can go and reach your goals for this year. Now, back to the topic, okay? So there's a couple of different camps, right? Now, there's people who have clients versus the people who do not have clients. Now, let's start with the first one. So if you do have clients and you're just trying to go and grow, right? Maybe you got them from word of mouth, but word of mouth can be a little bit hard to, control or cause. Now, the first thing I would be doing was I would go to all of my past clients and ask them, can I please use you as a reference? Generally, if you've done some good service, when you're still friends with them or they still like you, they'll say yes. In some cases, even if you got fired from an old position or like just didn't work, generally time kind of heals that. So if you go back to that same person, we've had it where we had students who was like, yeah, me and my boss got into fights every single day. And then they reached out to the person, the guy's like, yeah, please use me as a reference. I really enjoyed working with you back in the day. So the first thing you got to ask people, can I use them as reference? Now, the reason why we're going to be asked them as references because we're going to start what's called a pseudo word of mouth slash a pseudo referral style. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is next. Now, if you know your clients have said, yes, you can please use my name. Okay, cool. So I'm going to be opening up LinkedIn. Now on LinkedIn, I'd be going and finding that client. If you haven't already like accepted their friend request or you guys are not already friends or connections on LinkedIn, make sure you are. Okay, I would go to them and I would go look through their friends list and I'd be looking at every single one of their friends and see who owns a business. Who of their friends owns a business? And then immediately what I would do is I would go and friend those people, and inside of the connection message, you would say something along the lines of, hey, I used to work for person A, and I see we're both a mutual connection. It would be great to connect. Or an alternative would be, hey, I see we're both connected to, this person. It would be great to connect and see if we can help each other out. Okay, most of the time what's going to happen is they're going to accept it. And then once they accept that connection request, your thing is to say, hey, how do you know past client's name? And then they'll say, oh, we were in a mastermind group together, or we're in a networking event together, or we used to be business partners, or X, Y. They'll just tell you all this different things. And generally the outcome of that next message is they're going to ask you, how do you know person A? And then you're going to say, I either did their books, or I did their accounting, or I did their tax return, or, I helped them out in the past, or I used to work for them, X, Y, Z. And then what you're going to do is you're going to say, hey, would you like to hop on a phone call to see if I can help you out? Generally, they're going to say yes, because you come from a referral. The thing you have to be thinking about, right, is you have to be thinking about moving the conversation forward and really utilizing your past experience with that person to leverage that conversation. Okay, generally what's going to happen, and the reason why we ask the person first if we can use them as a reference, because people will generally go to your client and say, hey, your bookkeeper, your accountant, or your person is kind of reaching out to people asking like, if they can get some new business. Is that okay with you? And generally, if you've asked them first, the person's like, yeah, I told them they could. And then the person says, okay, cool. And then that person goes and actually messages you and says, oh, hey, yeah, can we please hop on a call? I've been looking for some help. You come highly referred and highly recommended. And yeah, can we please hop on the call? You do that, and then it's a very, very simple close from there. Okay, so generally what I do for my students, I give you guys like a sales script, which I think in the future I might include that like in a different YouTube video and kind of like break it down. If you do want for me to show you more about like sales, write inside the comments like hashtag sales videos, and I'll either go and release like a sales note-taking sheet that we generally use, or I will make a video just outlining like the sales process, so it's very easy for you guys to start getting people to say yes to you on the phone. Now, the next thing, so what to do if you don't have clients? Okay, so let's say you're just starting from scratch and you maybe you're in corporate America right now, or maybe you have been thinking about starting your business for a little while. What's the fastest way? Okay, so the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at who are all the business owners that are already in your network. Like, do you already know business owners and they've been asking you for a couple months, like, hey, whenever you get ready, like, I'm waiting for you. Just send me a quote. Okay, I find there's generally two types and two boats of people. The first boat is the ones that where it's like they can't get any leads, and the second one is like when they get a bunch of leads, but they're either don't know how to close on them or they're kind of nervous to go and reach out for them. For example, like Ashley, when Ashley was first getting started, she had like 5 or 6 different people say, hey, I want to work with you. Hey, just please send me a quote. And she was really, really fearful to actually reach out to them. And when we kind of dug into it and we were on our coaching calls, the reason why was because in the past, like she had started another business and it just didn't really work out. So she was kind of dealing with the fear of what if this new business doesn't work out, and I don't want to go get my hopes up and tell all my friends and talk about it, and then it ends up like failing, because it's just painful. And we had to like really, really do some deep work on that and kind of like build her confidence and let her know, hey man, like this is the plan. This is what it looks like for you to be able to find success. This is what's going to happen step by step by step. And, she was able to push past that, and she doesn't have to worry about failing her business because she's doing really well. I think at least by now, I haven't spoken to her probably about like 2 months. But she was doing really well. She was getting clients for like $900 a month, $1,000 a month, $1,200 a month. And it's just like, once you really start knowing what to do, then you start really gaining that confidence. And once you've gained that confidence and that momentum, that's where you really start, hitting that stride and going from, maybe you're at like $3,000 a month in sales, or you're at zero a month in sales. All of a sudden you get your first couple clients at that higher dollar price point. Then you're like, oh, wow, it's easy. And then you start getting more like 7 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand a month. And it's not like it takes a lot of time from there. It's just, we got to make sure that we can get you that little bit of rocket fuel. Growing your accounting firm is very similar to like an airplane kind of taking off the runway. It has to overcome what's called grounding forces. So if you ever look at like a diagram of like an airplane, right? There's the pressure that's going up, and then there's also pressure that's going down. All the pressure that's going down, is generally the stuff that keeps you from succeeding. It's all the mental chatter we have and all like maybe the bad information we've gotten. Maybe like in school they told you, sales is bad, or they told you that as an accountant or bookkeeper we're not good at sales, right? I've heard that so many times. And all that mental chatter kind of stops you from being able to go out and do the activities that you need in order to make it work. But then once you've gotten a couple like just glimpses of success, then all that chatter kind of dissipates and you kind of notice, oh, so this is the path, this is the process, what it feels like. And once you know what it feels like, then you can kind of grow from there, and it just makes it a lot easier for you to be able to win. And that's why whenever like you see some of my student my student results is like they go from like 0 to like 5 grand a month or 6 grand or 10 grand a month in like 3 to 4 months. It's because as soon as we can help you quiet that chatter, that's when it's like, oh, there's nothing holding you back. And if there's nothing pushing you down and all you're doing is going up, that's why they fly so fast. Now, just kind of going back to, okay, so you got to be able to, one, go and start talking to the business owners that are already in your network. Most people have between $30,000 to $40,000 from their past life sitting inside of their network. It's just they don't reach out to those people, they don't talk to those people, they don't put themselves out there enough, right? Now, the next thing you need to be doing is you need to be thinking about how to utilize LinkedIn, how to utilize Instagram to go and start talking to strangers. So once you've gone and you've exhausted your list of business owners or past clients that you've spoken to, you need to start going on LinkedIn and on Instagram. And I have different videos on this channel that actually walks through how to utilize LinkedIn and how to walk you through Instagram. So you can just go search some of those playlists for like either resources or leaked coaching calls, and you'll be able to actually kind of like watch me with my students actually going and showing and breaking down how to utilize LinkedIn more properly. So yeah, so go check that out inside the comments. I might link those into the videos, but you should be able to find them if you go into the description. It's going to say like my top playlists, and you'll be able to kind of watch those from there. Now, one thing to note, guys, all this stuff is very simple if you have a good process in place. Now, the hardest thing for most people is like getting out of their own way, asking for help, receiving help, utilizing the help, and then getting their first round of success. Once they have that, it's generally just a very upward path. Now, if you want to cut out all the time that it takes for you to start getting on that upward path, go ahead and click on the link inside the description. It's going to let you book a call with me, okay? And we're just going to dive deep into your business, see what's going on, see where do you want to go, and see what does the path look like for me and you to work together in order to go and reach your goal, whatever that might be. And we'll talk about that on the call and how to like set an accurate goal for yourself so you'll actually be able to hit it and be able to reach it a lot sooner. Okay, so if that's you, go and click on the link below. It'll take you to my calendar. You just book a call. I'll see you there, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.